They had biphasic T waves. Today's gonna be a good day. Good morning, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's Shay Michelle, and I'm so happy you are joining me today. It's been almost 6 months since my last vlog, and I'm gonna put my glasses on. It's been almost 6 months since my last vlog. I feel like we're getting back in the swing of things. Just to give you guys a quick synopsis, long story short, I finished my entire core clerkship curriculum. That consisted of 7 rotations. For the rest of my medical career in medical school, I am just gonna be doing electives, literally for the next almost really like 2 years, 1.5 years. Today, it is like the beginning of June, basically. It's not yet June, but almost the beginning. Wait, no, it's almost the beginning of May. I am starting my cardiology consult rotation, and this is one of my electives I'm taking. And this is my very first day. It is 6:48 right now. I'm trying to leave by 7 because I haven't been there so long. I don't even have a parking permit. So I need to go to campus, and they say the parking office opens at 7:30. Be like standing at the window at 7:30. Get that. I won't have enough time to walk back to my car, but I'm going to walk straight to the hospital because they want us to meet them at 8 a.m. or want me. It's so weird with electives because it's like 1 or 2 of you guys, so it's not like this group thing and everybody's not doing the same thing, and it's just a different feel now that you're past the core clerkship phase. Now it's like I don't necessarily have a test after every clerkship I do. Literally, when I'm done with this clerkship, I have my last day and that's it. Then I go to the next one. And my next one is actually ICU. So I'll be vlogging. This is gonna be an exciting week. Today is like my first day, and tomorrow I have my CPX. I'll talk about it more tomorrow or after I take it. I'm gonna finish drinking this. I know this week is gonna have a ton of things. I might be studying with one of my friends for the CPX because I have mine tomorrow and she has hers on Wednesday. I have a lab meeting. We have so many, I have to complete a resume. There's so many things to talk about during this vlog, so make sure you stay around, and I'm gonna finish drinking this and then head to the hospital. It's 7:33 and parking permit has been secured. I just want everybody to know that it's 84 degrees and I turned the air off just so that I can make this video. I'm back in my car. I got dismissed at 2:22, so definitely great timing. I actually wrote down some notes of things that I've learned today. Not even just learned things. I'm sorry if I look a little rough. I really shouldn't because I didn't do too much today. I actually wrote down some things that I learned / remembered today based on what was happening. But one thing I wrote is snacks in your pocket. If it's one thing I would tell every medical student to do is whatever snack you like. I'm like a granola bars type of girl. Just leave 2 granola bars in your pocket at all times. I say this because you never know how long rounds are gonna be. You never know where you're gonna be at next time you see your stuff. Like, you just don't. And I didn't have a granola bar in my pocket. And during rounds, which our attending wanted to do rounds at noon, we didn't necessarily eat. So my stomach, I think this is the loudest my stomach has ever growled in my life. So snacks in the pocket. Number 2, long sleeve shirt. Now, you can't always wear a long sleeve shirt underneath your scrubs. However, I'm on Cards Console, and it's not like I'm in surgery and I need to like scrub in and scrub out, or it's okay. Usually for like internal medicine-esque things, it's okay for you to wear a shirt underneath your shirt. When I tell you I was freezing, I was freezing. Number 3, bring your laptop. This works for me because we did rounds at noon, and you never know if you're gonna do table rounds or sitting rounds, and we did sitting rounds, and I was the only person at the table without a laptop. Like, people usually finish up their notes. As a medical student, what I would do is present my patient, then I do whatever they say the assessment plan is. I can insert it into my note, and then usually before rounds are even over, I can send it to my resident and they can sign off on the note, and then they can go on the chart, and then that's all done. And then the faster I do my note, for the most part, that means the earlier I get dismissed. And then I also have 2 more things, but I'm starting to get hot because I don't have the air on so you guys can hear me, and I'm gonna wait till I get back to my apartment to tell you. It is 5 p.m. and I'm back in my apartment, and then the next one I have is to Oh, I want to make a document with like my username, my password, and how to get to certain things. Like, I feel like I haven't been in the EMR in so long. My resident was like, okay, pull up this person's EKG. And I kind of froze for 5 seconds. I said, how do I do that again? Because I just forgot where to go. I want to make a document with all these shortcuts. Not even shortcuts, just how to do things. Oh, I wrote bring a better pen. Oh my gosh, you guys, I had like brought a pen, and then by the end, I was just trying to indent at this point with my, you're not even gonna see it. We're finally at our desk. I have my laptop because I do have things I need to do on here. I'm getting back into like my research and finishing up some projects. My PI has been absolutely amazing. I'm applying for a job, you guys, because I have more time and I'm out of core clerkships. I don't necessarily have the same intensity continuously. And so I'm gonna apply for a job because I really need a job, and yeah. And then I'm gonna study for my CPX tomorrow, or my CPX is happening tomorrow, and yeah, we're gonna go from there. It is now 6 p.m. and what you guys just saw is I actually forgot I had a Zoom. I thought I forgot, but I forgot I had a Zoom meeting to attend. But today was a productive day, you guys. We got up early, we got our parking permit, we went to clinic, went to the hospital. Oh, I didn't even tell you guys, I was locked out of the computer system for the first half of the day. That's number one. It's like 6:15 now. I am just going to spend the rest of my day eating dinner for a portion of the time and studying for my CPX, and that's gonna be the major thing for tomorrow. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Good morning and happy Tuesday. This morning I have my CPX, so I have my like business casual on. So I just had to quickly make myself like some, what is this? Almond butter, banana, and honey. But I was kind of panicking because I'm like, oh my gosh, what do I have time to even cook myself? Because I only have 10 minutes between when I need to leave and how much time I had to eat / make food. I honestly shouldn't be doing this vlog right now. I really shouldn't be eating, but we're gonna do it. So I have to leave here at 7 a.m. because for my CPX, it starts at 8, but they want us there 30 minutes early because they usually do like an orientation. Let's talk about real quick what the CPX is, but long story short, it's a national exam that we all have to take, but it's the clinical version. Just like everybody in med school has to take OSCEs and shelf exams, you have to take the CPX, and basically the CPX is an OSCE, but it's like not three. Usually for shelf exams, you do like 3 OSCEs in one. You have 3 patient encounters in one session, and you get a grade for it, and that grade contributes to your overall rotation grade. However, for the CPX, we do 8. We have 8 patient encounters, and the way my school is doing it is we're doing 4 patient encounters, then we get like a little 15-minute break, then another 4. And so we do 15 minutes in each patient encounter. So we have 15 minutes to gather all the information we need, do a physical exam, create next steps, and diagnose. And then we have 10 minutes to write down like basically a note. I'm gonna eat because it's now 6:52 and I'm leaving in 8 minutes, and then I'll either talk before the CPX or after. All right, you guys, so I just got out of the hospital, and you may notice I have a mic. If there's one thing I would tell every single med student to make sure they do is, you know, talk to people and develop friendships in medical school, because no matter what, someone's always done what you're doing right now, especially, you know, someone in your class, someone in the class above. And the reason I'm saying this is because you guys know I'm on cardiology consult. And hold on one sec. I'm on cardiology consult, and the intern told me to message the med students that were before me. So I texted him and I asked, you know, the intern told me to ask you for the rundown. When I tell you, he sent me 19 messages, and these weren't just like a one-liner or like one sentence. No. He sent me 19 paragraphs on how to be a good student in this rotation, how to pick up patients, what time to get there, what time you normally leave, the flow that comes along with having different attendings, because I believe that the attending changes weekly on this rotation, and then that'll, for the most part, determine how rounding goes, whether you round at noon or 1 or 2 or 3, and how long it goes. Now that I'm back in my apartment, let's talk about the CPX. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like it was a little bit more difficult than I intended. We did a debrief afterwards where people like shared what they thought the diagnosis was. And for one of them, I was completely off. But hopefully, fingers crossed, you guys wish me well. Honestly, that's my last test for this year, for med school, basically. Now, I have procrastinated on an abundance of things because I knew this day would come. I'm going through my emails. You guys know I applied to that job yesterday and they offered me an interview. Okay, it's 2:47 right now. I honestly think I'm going to just give myself like a 30-minute break, and then I'm gonna go through my emails and just get my life together. It's 5:30 p.m. and so many things have happened since I was on here at around 3. My little nap ended up way longer than expected. I didn't really get back up until 4-ish. So that happened. Y'all, why did I have a package get delivered? And someone stole it. So I also was dealing with that. But I also have my laptop here. I just picked it up because I actually do have some tasks that have to be completed today. I did a to-do list, so I need to finish this resume. Oh, I'm going to a conference in June. I'm gonna be emailing them to say that I'm leaving early. And then I wanna have a trip for my birthday, and I put that on my to-do list of things to do, but in reality, I'm probably not gonna finish that today because it's 5:41 and I have not done anything but sit here and pester over my stolen package. Let's get started. It is now 7:30 p.m. and I finished all of my tasks for the day. I finished my resume, I scheduled the email. No, actually I sent it, even though it's late, because I'm not gonna lie, the due date was tomorrow, so I wanted to send it. So I actually sent the email for my resume, and then I sent the email about the conference and me just not getting enough days off from clinic, because for my med school in post-clerkship phase, we get 3 excused absences, and the conference is 5 days long, so that's not gonna work. That job I applied for, I like looked through a lot of the material, and then I have like the interview on, or like the mock session on Friday, so Thursday I'll actually do a much more thorough dive, and then we'll go from there. So that is all that's really happening for today. Tomorrow will be my first time picking up patients, you guys, for this rotation and presenting on them. So we will see how that goes, and I'll make sure to keep you guys tuned in. That is all for the night, and I will see you in the morning. I'll admit, this breakfast started out so well, and I feel like it kind of went downhill pretty quickly. My beautiful presentation has now turned into this. But more importantly, good morning and happy Wednesday. We're halfway through the week, and today's gonna be an exciting day because I finally will be picking up patients, and I'll probably have to present at rounds to the attending, and I feel like this will finally be a normal day of clinic for me. This is the first time I've been able to make me like a solid breakfast, so I'm kind of excited. I'm intrigued to see how this tastes, and I'm gonna eat and then we'll chat some more. It's only a few minutes later and I just finished my breakfast. I definitely did not cook the egg right, but I don't know if I'm gonna do another attempt at that breakfast. The thing about cardiology consult is we do rounds later in the afternoon, and because of this, literally you just pick up patients as they go in the mornings. People have generally told me a rule of thumb is that it doesn't really get too busy during the week, and that Mondays are the busiest days because we get weekends off, and you basically are getting all the patients that have come over the weekends. So that's why Mondays are usually busy, but every other day, you know, you're not looking at too many new patients that you actually pick up on the service. There's lots of consults for things, but you may not necessarily like bring them onto your team. But anytime there's a consult in the hospital for any type of department, you always have to actually go and see the patient or do somewhat of a workup. But that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to actually like kind of put them on your list of people. But I am gonna try to vlog while I'm still at the hospital just to keep you guys updated, and then I'm back in my apartment. I got back at around like 3:20-ish. Honestly, I guess this is what they considered late for me. They were like, oh, I'm so sorry I kept you late. And I was like, what? This was fine. Today was not bad at all. There was a lot of, I just feel like, random things happening. Today was the farmer's market. So for one of our team's rounds, we like went to the farmer's market, and then we thought we were gonna, first off, we thought we were gonna round in the cafeteria. We all meet in the cafeteria, and they're like, oh, we meet them, and then they're like, oh, let's go to the farmer's market. So then we go to the farmer's market, and people get coffee. And then we end up going back inside. So it was kind of funny. We just said, we're just walking around at this point. I presented my patient to the attending, and I just want to tell you guys that it went well. This was my first presentation in so long. And so I was a little bit nervous, but honestly, I think it went well just because the people I was working with were so nice. They were like very nice. And luckily, I spent, honestly, at least 30 minutes with my patient and asked her a lot of questions. And so luckily when they would ask me clarifying things, I knew the answers to everything but one thing they asked me. I presented, and then honestly after that was pretty chill. It was around lunchtime, so I finished my note, and then we all, me and like the other residents, went to eat lunch. And one of the residents paid for my food. And then afterwards, we went to the farmer's market. I ended up getting coffee, and then after that, some of the other residents were telling us that they're giving out t-shirts. So we ended up standing in line for these t-shirts for almost 20 minutes. I don't know what was happening. They had music playing, shirts, there was free food, but you know, we could only pick one line, and we picked the t-shirts line. After that, it was pretty chill. We got a consult. They knew before we even saw the patient that they seemed pretty severe, so they got directly admitted to the cardiac ICU, or intensive care unit. I don't have a lot of tasks to do this afternoon. Like yesterday, I had so many emails, and I was bummed because my package got stolen. But today, I really don't have that many plans. I was just gonna, I do have a few more emails to send, but nothing too intense. It was like such a random day, but it was so fun. I feel like I got new residents, or they switched out residents yesterday. Yeah, yesterday, and today we got a new fellow. So this is kind of like the first time this team has been a team. So it was nice to like actually meet everybody, and we had lunch together and everything. Don't know what I'm gonna eat for dinner, but I'll definitely try to check in before I eat, or when I eat. If you can tell, it is getting dark because it is now 7:30. I sent my one email for tomorrow at 8 a.m. and that's all. And you know, I've decided I don't need to do anything else today, and that's perfectly fine. So that's all we're gonna do for today, and then I will see you guys tomorrow. Good morning, you guys, and happy Thursday. Sorry, I'm drinking this smoothie because we were off to a very, very, very late start. Can't believe half of the week is already done, and we only have 2 more days. I don't even know what exactly to even expect for today. I think it's gonna be a cool day. My patient I had yesterday, we signed off on them. I am back to 0 patients, so I'm gonna have to get another patient today, and possibly another, honestly maybe another 2 patients, just because it seems like there has been 0 longevity with everybody I've been assigned. Oh, I need to study for my job interview that I have tomorrow. I was gonna read the articles and everything because it's like a mock session. So I was gonna read everything and try to like just practice in general what the session will be like. It's 7:25, so I'm gonna try to finish this smoothie and head out of here. We are back and better than ever. I am a little late because I've been on the phone with the financial aid department for the last 30 minutes, but it's 4:18. Today was a late-ish day just because we did rounds later than usual. Usually we round with, we usually have one set of rounds with the interventional radiology team at around 11-ish, and then we have rounds with our other attending at noon usually, but we didn't have them till 1, and then that went from 1. We usually are doing table rounds for about an hour, and then we go see the patients for about an hour, and we had to have a long discussion with one of the patients. So all in all, it ended up being 2 hours, probably more, but 1, 2, 3. I got out around 3:30-ish. I just think this week has been the week of emails. I don't know why or what is going on or what this adult life is about, but lots of emails. That's all I've been doing at this point. But I think I'm gonna get one of my rotations changed, which I'm really excited about because we're required to do neurology, but I haven't taken neurology. I got a new patient, and the most interesting part about their case is that they had biphasic T waves. Honestly, I had no idea what biphasic T waves were or why they happen or anything, but what I kind of learned is they can happen for a multitude of reasons, a multitude of syndromes, and so we're in the process of ruling out if this is something congenital or if this is more so something that is being caused by something. But even when I looked it up on UpToDate, you know, it could be a plethora of things. Good morning and happy Friday. It's the end of the week and I am so excited for this to be the last day of the week and then I get my 2 days off. I have so much planned this weekend, so make sure you guys look for the vlog that's probably gonna come after this because I'm gonna do like a weekend and film a lot of the things happening this week. But yesterday, I fell asleep immediately. Like, I sat on my couch. I probably did one-ish email and then I fell asleep, y'all. And I was knocked out for hours. I mean, wow. I just want to say the bags on my eyes that show up on this camera are not that intense in person. To tell you about my smoothie, today we made a chocolate banana peanut butter smoothie. However you want to say that, chocolate, banana, and peanut butter with, switch the orders, I don't know, but that's the main ingredients in this smoothie. I like to have it more of like a ice cream consistency because it just seems like a fun little morning treat. So I think today's gonna be a good day. Today the first years or the interns have their didactics. So usually didactics, actually let me not even say usually, because today the interventional radiology team had their didactic, or not today, yesterday in the morning, so we ended up not rounding with them at all. And then like on Monday, I don't even know who, but someone had didactics. It's because I had a completely different team on Monday, except for one person, so I don't even know. Usually we kind of adjust rounds according to people's didactics. So I'm hoping that means our rounds will be early in the day and then I can head out because you guys know I have the mock session for this possible new job at 4. They sent me back my resume that I sent them a few days ago and with new comments and corrections. So I uploaded that. I have a meeting on Monday to go over my resume and then I need to upload it because there's so many new things that I'm planning on sharing. I'm just not gonna share them right now. I'm dressed and I'm ready to go. I'm gonna eat my little ice cream smoothie and then I'm gonna head out and today's gonna be a good day. It is 1:38 and I am on my way home. Today I got a new patient. I basically kind of lost the one I had yesterday because we realized there was no cardiac origin to what exactly is happening. So I think today was mostly the sign-off day and they didn't make me write a note. I mean, they never honestly really make me write a note, but I write notes just because it seems like I'm not doing anything all day if I'm not writing at least one note. I got another patient who they have concern for amyloidosis, cardiac manifestation of it. I presented this patient to the attending and I'm not gonna lie, it was not good. I don't know, I think it was my first presentation to this attending. And you know, it's this weird medium of being a med student and you know, kind of reading your note but simultaneously not wanting to read your note and just give pertinent details. But then it's weird because, you know, as a medical student, I don't necessarily know all the pertinent details. Like something that is relevant, I may not realize is relevant. Or I think 90% of the time, something I think is relevant is really not relevant. On the bright side, I'll have a fresh start next week because we have a different attending every week. Other than that, it's time for me to go. I got out pretty early. I really was dismissed more so closer to 1, but then I stuck around, did my note. I lost my residents because the 2 residents that usually dismissed me, they had didactics. And so I was with the other residents, but then when I started looking for them, I could not find them. I ended up
messaging, Teams messaging on Microsoft, one of the residents I work with the most, and I sent them like my note, and they said, okay, have a good weekend. So I just took that, ran, and left.
But that's gonna be the end of this vlog. I just want to say thank you guys for watching. This is my first vlog back, so I'm so excited, and I hope you guys enjoyed. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.